Hi, I'm Camilla Luddington, and you're watching Airlim.
Information's been kind of leaked about the could-be plot or the idea of the plot of the Power Rangers film. Now, if you don't want to listen whatsoever and you just kind of don't want to wait till the film, then just click off the video. I'll wait. Please don't. Okay, so now you've had enough time, you know, if you've gone past this and if you see in the comments, spoiler like, oh my god, bro, I'm angry because you know what? I've given you that warning, I've given you enough time to come back to this video and see if this video is correct later on. So we're going to be talking about the ideal plot of what could happen and kind of my thoughts on it. Link in the description to where the story is, and we're going to talk about where comicbookmovie.com has got their thing. So comicbook.com reported that The Wrap, a website again linked down below, which again has had a report about the Power Rangers film and what the main plot of the story is. So apparently Rita Repulsa is 65 million years old and she is a former Green Ranger that's gone rogue. Apparently loads of fans are saying that she was the Green Ranger, she wasn't, blah blah, she's just using the powers, and this is kind of confirming it. They're saying that these theories are correct, so therefore she is a former Green Ranger, she has just gone rogue, and she's kind of just like wanting to destroy the city, and that's where Golda comes in. First of all, they say Golda's molecular essence is scattered around the globe after he was vaporized in a cloud of microscopic gold particles in the opening action sequence on ancient Earth. Rita collects gold to resurrect Golda, and the Rangers have just 71 hours to stop her. Now this was the quote. There's quite a lot, and I kind of dig this. I think that this is cool. If this is the main plot that they're going to go for, awesome. I like that. I think that would be kind of cool, and it would be kind of different, and you kind of think that Golda would appear later on in this in the film, or in the like kind of last half an hour to 45 minutes or something, or possibly the last 5 minutes when they destroy him really quickly. We can also see on the toys where where Andre found on the Megazord, where it's like, oh my god, there's a lot of gold. That's also there. So we know that Golda is the main bad guy, and I like this. This reminds me of episode 1. Happy days for that one. Now this is where it kind of gets me thinking, is this true or is this not? The classic expendable putties will also square off against the Rangers in a scene where Rita steals the gold from the central bank of Russia to resurrect Golda. Once reconstructed, Golda's ultimate purpose is to steal the powerful Zeo Crystal, which the monster was originally created to do before being vaporized at the beginning of the film. Rita plans to deliver the crystal to Lord Zed. I don't know how I feel about this, because I feel like this is just something that either they've made up, they've turned around and said, hey, yeah, we're going to just throw that out there, the Zeo Crystal came much later on, you know, we're going to do this, and this is what Golda does. But then, if you're going to think that if he was vaporized, would he be vaporized again? Because that just wouldn't make sense. You collect Golda, resurrect him, then he vaporizes again due to the fact that he did it at the very beginning. This is something very kind of weird, and this is what kind of like made me go, The Zeo Crystal is an artifact that channels the morphing grid, a dimension that weaves through all things and what gives the Power Rangers their power. The crystal was hidden on Earth to keep it out of the hands who would use it as a weapon. The Zeo Crystal is protected by a force field. Anything that comes in contact with it is vaporized. Golda was created with a single purpose, to penetrate the force field and steal the crystal. Rita Repulsa has been trying to deliver the Zeo Crystal to her master, Lord Zed, for a long time. It would make quite a statement, as he burned half his face off trying to steal it himself. Now, again, it's saying that anyone that touches the force field would be vaporized. Now, it would say that there's a level of power within this force field that would kind of stop Lord Zed from doing it. And to be honest, you know, if he touched it once, it'd be vaporized, because that's what I'm getting from it. That's what Golda did. He touched it, vaporized. So, again, does this mean that this is true, or is this going to be false? The site also reveals that Bryan Cranston's Zordon will be reinterpreted as the original Red Ranger from millions of years ago, before being transformed into his energy-like state. And the Bill Hader's Alpha 5 is a robot with a supple metallic body and is able to mutate into different designs to maximize his role. I'm not really bothered how Alpha's body can change. Maybe it was like the original and then all of a sudden he changes into a form that suits the needs of that command center. So we're getting kind of more tidbits, but it's this more of the Zeo Crystal being straight into it. Now we all know the Zeo Crystal was for Zeo, and that's how the Power Rangers at the end of Season 3 became Zeo Rangers. Now, it just feels like kind of these things are kind of in a way contradicting. Lord Zed touches the force field and half his face gets burnt off, but then again it says that anything that touches it will be vaporized, or at least anything to do with it just gets vaporized. So how is this that Lord Zed could be around effectively? And also the fact is that it just seems like a really huge jump that they've just turned around and gone, do you know what, that plot in Season 3 when the Rangers finally get the Zeo Crystal, boom, let's steal that and let's do it. So when I read this article and when I've seen people talk about it, to me, I'm kind of on the fence. I'm not going to say it's fake or it's real, because at the end of the day, it's going to be something different. Because it's whole reimagination type thing. I like the element of Golda being scattered and Rita going and collecting him because he is the most powerful monster at that time. That is amazing. That I really like. I like the fact that Rita could also be a former Green Ranger that went rogue. That sounds really cool, and that has really got me excited for this film. But then all of a sudden, having the Zeo Crystal in there, I don't know. I generally really don't know on this one. It could be a good thing to have this in, but will it? Will it be kind of like setting something up in the first film for many more films to come? What happens if the Zeo Crystal becomes part of the Rangers and then the Rangers need something else and they get the turbo powers? I don't know, having the thought of it, having like the Zeo Crystal is the morphing grid or it channels it, I like that idea, and if they use that, happy days. But then again, something to me doesn't make sense. And again, when the film comes out in a couple of months, or in March 2017, I will go see it and I will talk about it straight after the film, which will be awesome. And I'll reflect back to this video and see if the rap and comicbook.com were right. Is this an actual thing, or was this just kind of a thing for clickbait to say, hey, click me so you can read it? And here's another thing. If Golda's sole purpose, him being created to get the Zeo Crystal, and he was vaporized, and then Lord Zed got half his face off and he wasn't created, that just, to me, doesn't make sense at all. So I'm kind of on that one. I think I'm going to leave it there, because I'm going to think about it more and maybe make another video on this and kind of talk about it. So Rangers, your question of the day is, what do you think about this? Do you think that Golda being scattered into gold dust around the planet is fine? Do you think Rita as a rogue Green Ranger, a former Ranger, would be amazing? Then obviously you've got the Zeo Crystal, then Lord Zed in it, and then we've got, to top it off, we've got like the reinstated Red Ranger from millions of years ago. What are all your thoughts on this? And also Alpha's body. Let me know down below in the comments, and if you've liked this video, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the other videos that we've done on the channel, and as always Rangers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in a bit.